I guess I had too much like a wrong expectation from some some stuff that I've read or heard about how they would describe an enlightened being. Like, I don't know if it's true, like, with Buddha, Gautama, they said like an animal that would see him, he would literally stop being aggressive and just like bow before him or stuff like
Or
that.
some traditions say that one of the signs of a Buddha, you know this? He should have large earlobes.
Or a long tongue.
Yes. Or he should have the wheel of the Dharma as a scar or a mark.
Yeah.
The mark of a Buddha under his sole of his feet.
Isn't that for like if they were Buddha in their past life and yeah.
Or in the Jain tradition, some small sect says that a sign of a Tirthankara is their terminology for an awakened being. He no longer shits.
Yeah.
He's become omniscient. Omniscient, meaning all-knowing in the body. Whatever you can, there's no, for example, beginner's mind, where the less you know, the more wisdom you attain to. No. Simultaneously, you have access to the whole storehouse of knowledge that could ever be known. And this is considered a sign of a Tirthankara, that he must be omniscient. Like what the Abrahamic traditions speak of as God. That God is omniscient. There is no God in Jainism. But the Jain enlightened being would be considered omniscient. And if he doesn't show that he's omniscient, then he's not enlightened.
Has anyone ever showed that he were omniscient?
Of course not.
Right, so their religion is pretty
How
much...
can that be?
Yeah,
Look at this. Knowledge means memory. Right?
No.
Memory, there's no such thing as infinite memory. Memory by nature is an accumulation of information. So what you're talking about is infinite memory and infinite knowledge. And knowledge really doesn't have any meaning without boundary lines. Whatever you know, there's always that which is eternally unknown. Because what you're trying to express with this belief in omniscience is that the absolute truth can be grasped by thought. Or not necessarily the absolute truth, even infinite number of relative truths can be grasped by thought. This is a failure to understand the limitations of thought. And look at this, they're talking about a realm beyond time and space, which is the basis of the universe in their way of understanding. But thought belongs to time and space. In other words, it's dependent on the laws of physics. So if time and space dissolves into this oneness that's beyond time and space, then how will your thought be able to survive? It does not make sense. And they're supposed to be omniscient. Why didn't they find the secret of physical immortality? Omniscient, you have the whole universe available to you. At your disposal, you could have mastery over the physical universe if you wanted. They don't show signs of omniscience. That's the problem. It's just talk. However, there is an understanding in Jainism which might have led to this belief in omniscience. It's the understanding that when you look at reality, you have to assume multiple points of view, as many different perspectives as possible. Because any one single perspective is narrow, one-sided, suffering from the disease of one-sidedness. So for a more wholesome understanding, you must look from as many different perspectives as possible. So the belief is assuming that you can look at it, at the reality from, or receive the reality from so many different perspectives that you become omniscient. But the problem is, anyway, all of the stuff we are talking about can only be accepted on basis of faith. Where's the evidence? And these Jain scriptures, if they're omniscient, if they have their origins in omniscient beings, by reading these scriptures, you should be having marvels of revelation which would stun even our modern scientists. They should be able to tell what's the weight of an electron, what's the percentage of the dark energy, at what rate is the universe expanding. Outstanding mathematical knowledge. Where's the mathematical knowledge? If you're omniscient, it shouldn't be a problem.
So they'll be waiting forever for their omniscient being to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like how some Christians will be waiting forever for the second coming of Christ. These